Hey Capricorn, welcome to October 2022. Let's get you guys a tarot scope for the month. I don't say this for every video, but I feel compelled to say this for this one. Feel free to watch your sun, your moon, your rising sign, your partner signs. All the videos are for you. We have all of the signs in our natal chart, so sometimes I watch different ones depending on how I'm feeling for a certain area of life. Play around with them. All the videos are just for you, for your inspiration. Okay, Capricorn, October 2022. What is your overall theme for this month? The Shapeshifter. Ooh, love this, especially for October, for Halloween, for All Hallows Eve. The veils are thin and your inspiration is on point. Look at all the gorgeous color coming off of this card, the vitality, the heat. This is 15, which is relates to the card of the devil in tarot, but that's also like going for our dreams unrelentlessly, like achieving things. What are you shifting into this month, Capricorn? Oh, Capricorn, which is also 15, which is also related to the devil energy. This is really you showing up strong, Capricorn. This is some very aligned energy. And it's interesting because Capricorn energy is like solid. It's an earth sign. It's practical. It's going to get up the mountain no matter what. It has a skill set that rivals all of the other signs in the tarot to get where it wants to go. And the shapeshifter is like the other side of that energy. It's like, what do you have to do to adjust, to shift, to be, to see in order to achieve your goals, in order to feel the most vital this month, Capricorn? What are you seeing? What are you enacting? Who are you like channeling in order to get your needs met? Let's go ahead and get your overall spread for this month. We'll do a Celtic class and see how that relates. Again, my little disclaimer this month is I am using the Deviant Moon Tarot deck, which is a personal favorite, especially for this time of year. It's a little sassy, so if you don't like sassy tarot, that's your disclaimer there. But I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. All right, Capricorn. Let's get you laid out here. I am clarifying with the Biddy Tarot, Everyday Tarot, which I love so much. I love all of these decks so much. So, okay, Capricorn, let's get you a central theme for this month. The Sun in reverse. Interesting. Let's go ahead and see what your crossing energy is before we speak to that. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so the Sun in reverse. Are you really looking at a time of life when you're feeling really compelled to... This is feeling like ambition to me. Capricorn. When we see the sun upright, it's like you've achieved. You are basking in the glow of something that is just like exceptionally important to you, that you've like worked really hard for. The sun is like really far along. It's the 19th card in the major arcana. So when we come to the sun, we've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. We're not just like shining bright because we're like having fun. We're shining bright because we have conquered, we have died, we have transformed, and we have like come into the light of who we are, and we're shining brightly. So when we see it upside down here with the Wheel of Fortune on top, this is like, I feel like this is real ambition for you. It's like the sun is on the deck. Your happiness, your trials and tribulations that you have gone through is right here on the table with the Wheel of Fortune right on top of it. So we're looking at a month here of you really dedicating yourself to shining, you really dedicating yourself to what you have to do to step into your true celebration of something you've accomplished, something you have achieved recently, something you have really striven for. Let's go ahead and clarify this on there in reverse. The devil in reverse. Amazing. So we're really looking at achieving. This could also be a real shedding of the ego this month. So this might be a real celebration of something that you have failed at. Okay, so one example of that is I did a career change a few years ago and spent an entire year basically failing. It was one of the worst years of my life because I tend to be very good at things that I do. I tend to be naturally good at things that I start, which hasn't necessarily served me in life. It means I was really terrible at failing. And after that year of failing, I recognized I felt so invincible because there was nothing I couldn't do. I could fail all day long and knew that like I could get up and do it again, and I could still eke out a living, and I wasn't afraid of what people thought of me, and I knew that I could fail all day long, all year long, and still get up and continue to move towards my goal. And I was getting better and better and better at what I was doing. I had never failed so hard in my life, and it was like my biggest achievement of the year, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that's resonating for you, Capricorn, but that's a little bit of what I'm feeling for you guys this month. It's like celebration and like an ego death at the same time. Celebration, but maybe not necessarily in the way that you would think, but it is bringing you something that is exceptionally beautiful here with the Wheel of Fortune. So culminating of cycles, like completing something, coming to something that you've worked really hard for. Also, like the Wheel of Fortune just brings like different circumstances, kind of depending on karma, depending on like the seasons of life. So big changes for you here, Capricorn. And it's like a real shifting of identity. And I'm getting the sense of like, you're going to choose, how much are you choosing and how much is sort of like you're being like molded by the universe for? And how can you choose what you're being molded by the universe for? Is that making sense? I'm feeling like getting a lot of messages, and I hope they're coming across. Let's see what you're focused on towards this month. The Chariot in reverse. You're like, stop. No, it's going too fast. Let's see what's in the subconscious here in the foundation. Okay, beautiful. So in the subconscious and the foundation here, what you are building off of this month, Capricorn, is a real sense of security, stability, happiness in the home. Four of Wands can be the marriage card. It's celebration. It's stable passion. Wands being our creative pursuits, our passions, our love, our connection, our sexuality. Fours being stability, being structure. So it's a really lovely balance with the Four of Wands. And when that's in the subconscious, whatever you're building off of that is really beautiful. If we see a card down here that we really like, it's like keep believing whatever you're doing. Keep reinforcing the thoughts and the manifestation beliefs that you're building off of, because you're building a really solid foundation from a really solid foundation. So let's go ahead and get a clarifier for this here in the foundation for you guys. Eight of Wands. So happening really quickly. Whatever this is, there's a lot of creativity. There's a lot of messages coming in. There's something in you, Capricorn, that is ready for whatever changes is happening. You've really been working on something a lot. This has been building for a long time. You might be feeling stuck with it though, or you might be feeling like you're not quite ready, or you might be feeling like, oh my God, things are really starting to move. Big changes are on the horizon. I'm facing a lot of big movement and I don't know that I'm ready for it. I don't know that I'm prepared. The Chariot card is about movement from alignment. How aligned are we to source? How aligned are we to our true goals and values? And when we are, the Chariot energy feels so fun. It's fast. It's like, you know, the roller coaster. But if you're on a roller coaster and the rails aren't set, that's terrifying, right? So let's go ahead and get you a clarifier. Yeah, okay, so this could be a real closure of options for you. When we commit to something, when we're on the roller coaster, we can't choose all of the other rides at that same time. So you might be feeling a little constricted this month, and I want to give you some advice here to lean into whatever you are choosing so that you can just be focused on true alignment and moving forward in a really productive, healthy, exciting way. Let's see what else comes up for you, and maybe we can speak a little bit more to that. What was in the immediate past? Okay, so feeling stagnant. Maybe this movement is coming from a time when in the recent past you were like, things aren't happening fast enough. I'm really waiting. I'm feeling stuck. I don't know what's going on. Why isn't this moving? We're getting a lot of Eight of Wands. Yep, unknown. Maybe you were fearful. You didn't know if something was going to come in time. You weren't sure what was going on or how things were going to work out. So it's like you've really called in, Capricorn, this movement here, and now it's here, and I think you're feeling a little discombobulated. Okay, what are you coming to in the future? This makes so much sense, the Nine of Swords. So when I see the Nine of Swords, I actually really, it's like relieving for me, because when the Nine of Swords is here, it's a card about nightmares, which aren't real. So this is coming into your future, Capricorn, and I love seeing this for you because this means you guys just get to hold yourselves and practice whatever it is that you need to do to ground yourselves and recognize that whatever you're bumping into is your own beliefs that you are facing down. It's not reality. Our swords are our communication, our beliefs, the thoughts we tell ourselves, the thoughts we tell each other. It's not a pentacle suit, right? It's not something that's manifest at this point yet. Let's get a clarifier for you guys. Yeah, so this could look like like the Lovers is traditionally about choosing, right? So you might be feeling like you don't have a choice here, or you're being forced into a choice, or you're being like maneuvered into a choice or a situation that you don't like. Know that that's not real, Capricorn. If you are an adult watching this video, we have choice. We get to choose. Even if we are asked, or even if we're choosing to be in a situation that's uncomfortable, we can choose to say, hey, it's just going to be a day, or it's just going to be a year, or it's just going to be this one thing, but ultimately I choose to do it because it's going to get me X, Y, or Z. Right? Or I'm really afraid because I'm it's like I feel like you're leveling up, and that can be terrifying. So whatever it is that you need to do to ground yourself, to surround yourself with good people, do that this month. Understand that like you can shapeshift this month. Use all of your talents and your abilities to really support yourself through a time that could be really, really exciting for you, Capricorn. How are you feeling about it? You're fighting. You're fighting about it, Capricorn. So sometimes when we're backed into a corner, or we're feeling like a lot of stress, this can come out as arguments in our relationships. This can come out as arguments in family or at work, or we're just picking fights with people. When we see the Five of Swords, it's like the answer is to surrender. There's like swords here. It's not wands. It's like there are lots of sharp, pointy edges, and there's lots of ways that we can cut ourselves or other people, and it's really a time to come into true peace with yourself, so you do damage control here. Capricorn, don't let your stress affect your relationships or other people in your life here, as you might be going through a trying time. Let's go ahead and just get a clarifier for this here. The Chariot. I'm just giggling because I love when the tarot is like so doubled up, you know, it just doubles down on messages. Okay, so, you know, this is also what this is bringing to mind. Sometimes I appreciate my anger. Sometimes I appreciate the times when I get frustrated, or I really want to be angry, because in my anger I feel very clear and I feel very like aligned, if that makes sense. And I don't know if that'll land for you, but if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It's like, gosh, well, when I feel angry, I know exactly what I want to say and I know exactly what I want to do. But that's not always the right thing to do, right? It can feel very empowering to feel anger or to feel frustration sometimes, or anger over frustration, but it's not always our best alignment. This is a real message to you, Capricorn, of be very, very conscious this month of what you're aligning to. Are you aligning to your fear? Are you aligning to, your source? Are you aligning to what you really want in life, even if that scares the shit out of you right now? There's something here where you are up leveling, and it's bringing up a lot of shit for you, Capricorn. I'm not going to lie. That's what's on the table, but it's nothing you can't handle. What's in your environment this month? Lots of options. Again, 7 of Cups. So when we see the same messages over and over, it's just like, yep, we're on the same page. We're on the right trajectory here. So you might be seeing a lot of different options this month, a lot of different opportunities this month coming at you. Oops. Speaking of a lot, these cards just fly everywhere. This could be also feeling confused at what direction to take. Especially when, you might be disappointed that some options are off the table if you're making a certain move. If you are looking at a bunch of different options, in your environment, it can often lead to confusion. But this is looking like it might be bringing you out of confusion. So in your outer environment, you might be faced with opportunities. You might be faced with new relationships, friendships, connections, partnerships, and you might be feeling like a lot of clarity with that. The Two of Swords in reverse is saying, you know what, I didn't know what to do, but now that I'm presented with a few different opportunities, I'm having a little bit more clarity around what feels good to me and what direction I want to go in. So that could be really empowering for you guys this month. What are you hoping and fearing? Yeah, you're really afraid that you might have to leave a situation. Six of Swords in reverse. There might be a lot of fear that you're going to have to leave old situations, an old school, that you might have to leave a relationship or an old job in order to level up. And that makes sense with what's on the table. You know, it's like there's clearly some big shift happening here for you, Capricorn, and there can certainly be a fear of leaving the past behind. But you're also excited about what new opportunities this is going to bring. And you're also very clear that whatever this is bringing opportunities that are going to grow, that have the potential for real financial or material gain for you, whether that's a new job, a new project, a new house, something very like, you know, you might be afraid, but you're also really hopeful in a way that you're like already starting to build from. Okay. What is your culmination energy? Five of Cups in reverse. I love that for you. Five of Cups in reverse says, I'm so sorry. You might be feeling you might have been feeling sort of depressed or feeling like really empty or really focusing on what wasn't going right. And when we see the Five of Cups in reverse, you're starting to say this month, you know what? A lot of my life might be topsy-turvy, but there are still two cups that are full here, and I'm going to start to focus on those. I'm actually seeing the benefits. I'm actually seeing the gratitude. I'm feeling the gratitude. I'm actually seeing the culmination of my efforts here, and I'm going to choose to focus on what matters most to me, which is feeling good. Oh, no big deal. And that brings you to perfect connections, perfect new lovers, perfect new depths to your relationship, perfect new business partners. I kept pulling the Two of Cups, actually, that job I was mentioning earlier in this reading. I was doing a lot of tarot for myself before then. I kept pulling the Two of Cups and thinking I was going to bump into a new relationship at work. And what it really ended up being was this perfect relationship with that boss and I. It was the perfect match for me at that time, for business, for what I needed to learn, for where I needed to go in my profession. It was really amazing. So the culmination of this month for you, Capricorn, is acceptance. It feels like acceptance, and with acceptance, really beautiful new partnerships, an opening of the heart, an opening of accepting that, you know, love is in the air, whatever that is for you. So I'm really excited for you. Just lean into this energy this month, Capricorn. This could be a little discombobulating for you, right? This could really feel unstable for a sign and a person. If you have a lot of Capricorn influence that likes to feel steady, stable, they like to know the rules, they like to go by the rules, know the plan, know what's ahead. Go with the flow this month, Capricorn. Take care of yourself as you face a lot of fears, and commit to this level up, which is so clearly on the board for you. And I can't wait to see what happens for you guys next month. I'm really excited for you. Thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.